Hello! Wait, have I got my mic? I have. Hello, and welcome to the live triple game week preview. Triple game week. I am mad. You know what? Oh, wait. No, we're all good. Triple game week. Do you know what that means? I need triple M. Triple game week. Wow, we need the hype for the triple game week. How is it all going in the chat, lads? It's all good. Everything's all good. Basically, I've been cyberbullied into wearing this wig now because everybody said I got Lego hair. Okay, fine. Clown bacon is here. So we got this and all of that. And today, we're having a chin wag, aren't we? 1 hour and a half before the triple game week starts. Triple game week. Multiple sources have said the last triple game week was at least like over 10 years ago, maybe even 15 years ago. I myself has no absolute clue when the actual last one was, so we'll just go with what they say. But basically, it's my first ever triple game week, and probably the first ever for a lot of you nice fellas out there as well. So, you know, on the vodka to celebrate the triple, that is a good shout. Fortunately, don't have vodka today. If this was vodka, then I think I would die. But we got the water. We're a bit of a water gang here, and we love the water. Deep throat, no. Don't deep throat the water. Have a bit of a drink. Yeah, go. All right. Anyway, lads, deadline stream. So for an hour and a half, my team is actually sorted. Potentially, could maybe take another hit. Nice little hit. But just let me know, guys. If you need any help with your team, all right, get those questions in. We'll be answering them all as we go on. I've started on this page because I just want to have a bit of a chinwag with the top transferred in players. Man United have a triple game week, and Ward-Prowse with a double, one of them against Liverpool, is the third most transferred in player. Like, I am mad. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, how is it all going in the chat? I need to say hello to a lot of you because I did an hour and a half so we can chill a bit more and answer more questions, because some of the other deadline streams, by the time I talk about my team, the deadline's here. And I'm like, I didn't even get to chat to some of you nice fellas. So today's a bit different, isn't it? Alcohol fueled -8 last night. You know what? What's really annoying is I was going to leave my transfers for the deadline stream. But then last night, there was a potential of the price rises happening of some of the players. So I was like, if I want to get in the players I do want to get in, I have to do them tonight. And then I did them. And then none of the players that I thought were going to dropped in price, so I didn't have to do them anyway. So that was a bit of a, I like it. So there you go. Anyway, yeah, let's say hello to anybody in the chat. So we got FPL Boney, come on, Wilfred Boney. He's actually here, we're here. We got Bald KSI, how's it going, lads? We got FPL Sponge, we got Sam. I'm just going to say first name. No, user 158. What happened to the other 157 users? Whoa. Greenwood Captain, good shout. We'll get into that. We'll get into that in a minute. Should I go no Kane, and what do you think about Son? Right. Let me have a think about this, and then I'll show you my team, show you what I've done, and then more into the questions, right? So, Greenwood, most transferred in. I'm actually kind of surprised about that, because I know Bruno's high-owned anyway, but there is a possibility Greenwood only plays one in the 3, you know? So, you never know. But no, I think he will play 2. I still think he's a good shout. Captain Greenwood, you know what? I will say, wait, MJ Bucks in the chat, I was going, lads. I will say, captain any Man United player. Actually, not any. I don't want any of you captain Phil Jones out there. All right. Maybe captain ones that might actually play. But captain pretty much any player. Captain Cavani, Captain Greenwood, Captain Luke Shaw, even Captain Lindelof could get all of the points this week. So I'm not even going to say no to them, you know. It makes sense to go for a Bruno or Rashford or Greenwood. But you never know. Lindelof could score his first ever brace. And that's just how double and triple game weeks go, innit? Like, remember Stones? Nobody thought he was going to score. Scores 2 goals and gets 20-odd points in the game week. Whoa! There you go, innit? Go to pick team. Right, yeah, okay. Well, I'll go to my team. So, with my team, this is how we're currently looking, lads. You might think I'm a bit of a clown boy bacon, because if you saw my preview, I did actually change my plans, where I actually have decided to transfer out Son and Kane. Oh, crumbs. Son and Kane out of my team for a hit just before they play against Leeds, who might not have Calvin Phillips, and then they also don't blank. Oh, crumbs. Bacon boy, why have you done that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the players I got in were a Salah, a Mo Salah, Salah, because I think he's going to be one of the most popular captains this week. I couldn't go this week without Salah. He's got a double, and he's got West Brom, Burnley, and Palace. I really wanted Salah in my team next week, but because of this double, it's forced me a week early, and I was like, well, hey, whoa, FPL boy, he's joined the Youth Academy, well, hey! We'll get Garber, Wilfred Buddy, yes, mate, FPL buddy! Welcome to the Youth Academy. I'll give you a contract of one jaw spun a week, and you get to play 10 minutes. You're basically Cal the Dragon's backup for Nathan Bacon FC. How does that sound? How does that sound? All right, so some spicy bacon right here. Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, I got the it's a special occasion, lads. This is a triple game week. We might remember this game week for a very long time. So part of me is like, why not just take a -12 and just go for it, you know? But I don't know. Anyway, yeah, let me answer some questions. I said I was going to answer more questions. I literally haven't answered anyone. Target or Lingardino? I would say, even if it's a bad double, start a double. I say that as I'm playing Lingard over Smith Rowe. if it's a player that's going to play in both games like a target, I would prefer to go for a target. Especially if you don't have Martinez. Martinez high ownership. That's a good move, I'd say. I think players like Lingard, Son, probably will actually be on a lot of people's benches. So you might be all good there, all right? Salah or Greenwood captain? I would prefer to go Greenwood, even though he probably only played 2. Just because there's a chance he could play 3, you know. He might only start 2. But what if he comes on for 10 minutes in the other and gets another goal, you know? It could happen. Even though people say they're not going to play all 3, most of their big boy players might play all 3, just as subs, you know? Like a Bruno, if he doesn't start one, he probably can come on for 10, 20 minutes. And you never know what he can do in that time, innit? So, don't trust Bruno. Yeah, a lot of people... Well, let's talk about his Premier League form, shall we? Because, all right, we got a lot of questions coming in. But let's quickly look at this. He hasn't actually scored in 5 games. Are you mad? And only 1 assist in that time. But he got all of the goals and assists in both the legs of the Europa. He's still on penalties. I think he physically can play all games. He's actually only not started 1 Premier League game, which I think was this one, and then he came on at half-time. And the only reason I think Bruno is the best captain is because, one, Bruno kind of has the most points out of anyone, right? But he takes penalties. I think he can play every game, but they don't have a proper, like, person that can play in his position. They can try Donny van de Beek, but he's just not it. I don't think he's a bad player, but he's not a Bruno-type player, and even though they might start him, I think Bruno actually has a chance of playing all of them. Maybe not start. Maybe not even start the Villa. Start the other 2. You never know. You never know. They might just take the Leicester one on the chin. But you know what? With Leicester, they have the first game this weekend, Friday for them, then the Man United game, then they have a cup final at the weekend. So could they actually rest some players? Could the Leicester Man United game actually just be B Team Man United versus B Team Leicester? You know, they'll send them a little message on WhatsApp like, how's it going, mate? Anyway, we got so many games, so do you fancy just playing a reserve team? Yeah, sounds good. There you go. Right, let me answer some questions. Bacon boy, come on, end the game. Right, let me have a bit of water first. How are you navigating the blank next week? Iheanacho to Antonio next week. So, even though I took out Son and Kane, 2 non-blanking players, but I got in other 2 non-blanking players, Salah and Calvert-Lewin. Right now, I will have... I actually want my mouse and screen. Mendy will blank, Trent will play, Maguire will blank, Target will play, Salah play, Bruno blank, Jota play, Lingard play, Calvert-Lewin play, Vardy doesn't play, Iheanacho doesn't play. So, So my plan is next week, I'm going to go Vardy back to Kane, and probably Mendy to someone. Another hit. I've taken a hit this week. And then I can have 11 starting players, because I'll have a goalkeeper, I have Trent, 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 because of the Vardy Kane. So I'll have 11 and then I think it's all good. I think there's a lot more upside from a double or triple than covering yourself with a blank. If you're not getting in a triple player over like a single game week player just because they have a fixture next week, you get the same amount of fixtures over the 2. Why not attack the double or triple? You know? Because a blank game week, if you keep 11... you might still only get like 30 points. If you have like 7 players, you could still get that many points, you know? I think it's worth attacking the double and triple a bit more. Not to say getting all of the ones that blank, you know. You do need a bit of balance, but if it's like, that's why with a Son of Kane, I wasn't too bothered about getting rid of them, even though I am getting ones that aren't blanking, just because, you know, more fixtures this week. We got to attack it. This is going to be possibly the only triple game week we ever get ever again, all right? So make it a memorable one. You know, FPL is all about fun. I'm all about getting the best overall rank, but this is one that's going to go down in history, so I just want to go for it, you know. So there you go. Right. Holding or Rudiger? I would probably start Rudiger, even though he probably only plays one. Because Holding could play both, not keep a clean sheet. Rudiger will probably at least play one, right? And I can see a clean sheet. Probably in the Arsenal game. I think he might miss out on the Man City. You never know. Greenwood or Rashford? I would probably go for Rashford just because I feel like with him a little bit more rest in the Europa, you know, compared to Greenwood. Well, actually, Greenwood played the entire game, didn't he? But then again, Rashford has a bit of an injury, so he could pull up in the first game. Problem is, I could say Maguire's a lot more likely to play all the games over Bailly, obviously, right? You could say Brandon Williams is not going to get a game. He's nowhere near good enough. But what if Wan-Bissaka gets injured in the first game? What if Maguire gets injured in the first game? You know, if stuff like that happens, you can't be like, oh, you said this one is going to be more nailed. Nah. You never know what can happen, you know. So, Greenwood, Rashford, even though you might be like, right, Greenwood is the much better option. Rashford's the much better option. It's just however it goes, isn't it? I reckon, though, Rashford, if Bruno's not on the pitch, Rashford takes a penalty. If you think Bruno's going to get all the games, then Rashford could potentially take a penalty. So, yeah. I would probably go Rashford if you can afford it. But Greenwood, he's just amazing. Top 3 captain choices. So, I would go Bruno, 100% Bruno up top. He's going to be close to 200% effective ownership, 100% over 100%. What is he anyway? 50, is he the most owned player in the game? Let's have a browse, shall we? If Bruno is the most owned player in the game, which I think he is, we got 39% Martinez. What a madman. Madman he is. Yeah, Bruno is 57%. He's over 10% owned over anyone else. And he's going to be the most captained. People probably haven't even played FPL since game week 3. And they still got Bruno as captain, you know. I think it would be not a bad decision to go Bruno. Because, you know, if he blanks in all the games, is he going to blank in all the games? Maybe. And you captain a Rashford, he scores a couple goals. It works out. But I think it's not worth going for someone else. But then again, is it? I don't know. It's hard to say, innit? It's hard to say. It's just whatever way it goes. So, I would definitely go Bruno top captain. Who would be my second? Still a Man United player. I would probably go a defender. And that just depends what defender you have. Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. Probably them. No Lindelof. And then probably Salah. If you weren't going Man United captain, I feel like Salah is next. And then probably Iheanacho. Because Salah's going to be playing against a tired Man United or rested Man United. Or, you know, some of them have played a full game. And Southampton. And then Iheanacho the same as well. So, you never know. No one talking about Cavani. Shake my head. You know what? Cavani, he showed yesterday, didn't he? I know it's against a Roma team, which their defence was non-existent. But Cavani is a very good shout, you know. Cavani, very good shout. All right. So, yeah, Cavani. You know what? Wait, how much is he? Is it 7.9? Cavani is not on the top scoring forwards. He is... he's all the way down here. Wait, where is Cavani? Cavani's been... 7.9. 7.9. That's cheaper than Rashford. Cheaper than a Bruno. I think he'll probably only start one of the games, though. Maybe two. Thing is, I know people say, you know, Bruno can't play all 3 games. They are professionals. They physically can. And if it's for a one-off, then I think it's okay. But these 3 games for Man United, Villa, all right, down there, but it's an easier game. Leicester, if Man United lose to Leicester, Leicester are just below them. They don't want to lose out on that, you know. Then Liverpool are trying to get top 4. If Man United lose all 3, including the Liverpool, that could make Liverpool close to Man United. These are potentially 3 must not lose games for Man United, you know. Because if you look at the fixtures the rest of the season, Fulham, Wolves, they look easy. But if they lose them, it doesn't matter, you know. A win against Leicester and Liverpool is worth more than winning against Fulham and Wolves. So I think they're going to go for it. I think they do. And then I think the rest players against, sorry, the chat didn't scroll. All right, yeah, okay. Let's get into some more questions. We still got over an hour. Have we only been going for 70 minutes? What? Oh, we got over 100 of you in here. Hey, welcome to the stream, yo. Triple game week. Oh, wait, I missed the button. Tick two. It's a triple game week. Hey! Boys, triple game week. All right, let me get into some more questions. I have 2 questions. Aaron Wan-Bissaka or Greenwood? And whom should I play? Wan-Bissaka or Greenwood? If you don't already have a defender, I would go Wan-Bissaka. I feel like one defender is better. But then it depends on your team next week and stuff as well, you know. I would probably still go Wan-Bissaka. But then Greenwood, thing is though, if you are prioritizing a defender over a forward like type player like Greenwood, you should actually go for a forward if they're probably going to start the same amount of games and get a sub appearance after that. Because Greenwood could start 1, but still score points with a sub on, you know. If a Maguire doesn't start, he probably won't play. And then if he does play, he's probably not going to get a goal, is he? Like, come on. I know it's Harry Maguire, but nah, come on. Any watch-alongs this mammoth of a game week? Right, that's true. So I usually do captain watch-alongs tonight. Where's my captain armband? We get this a captain armband. We slab it for the slab head. Slab it on my head. It's not really gonna fit on this though, is it? Hello? Ref. There you go. Yeah, so I do captain watch-alongs. I do watch-along of the games I captain. If I captain Bruno, we could have 3 watch-alongs. There, and there. I don't know. I'll do at least 1, probably 2. Can't guarantee 3. But yeah, definitely some watch-alongs this week, so definitely stay tuned for that one. Kane or Vardy out for DCL. So I myself got rid of Kane for Calvert-Lewin, even though I could have done Vardy to Calvert-Lewin to get Salah in. The only reason I done that, extra fixture this week, Calvert-Lewin playing West Ham Villa on the day, proper wibbly-wobbly defences, aren't they? I think Calvert-Lewin can outscore a Kane and a Vardy, really. But then if you look at a Kane and a Vardy, Kane against Leeds, yeah. Well, I think you should go do Kane instead of the Vardy, and then getting Kane again next week, you know, because you get an extra fixture this week. Vardy, Newcastle. I'd rather that than Kane versus Leeds. It's Leeds potentially without Calvin Phillips, but they're actually pretty damn good defending against the big teams right now. It's a Bielsa versus a very, very inexperienced Mariah Mason. He's not going to be able to do anything, I reckon. I reckon Leeds are going to proper grab the scruff of that game. Could even get a win 1 or 2-0, you know. So I think it's okay, chuck in Kane and a Son in a bin, but very understandable if you do want to keep them, right? Because realistically, Kane's in better form than Vardy, but Vardy's still a penalty kick taker. I know Kane is as well, but Vardy's getting some good stats. He's definitely going to get at least 1 goal this game. Yeah, I reckon so. Triple captain Bruno. If you got your triple captain, 100% user this week, I would go Bruno myself. I would definitely go Bruno myself. Yeah, you got to, and you got to. I go on, you got to. I have a sip of water. Yo, I got the massive skull of the water, right? FPL Boney, Captain Cavani. Oh, anybody else out there, Captain Cavani? I don't know if any of you got big enough balls like him, but fair play, Captain Cavani. I'm going Bruno. I've gone Vice Iheanacho because if for some reason all the Man United games get called off, who would be a Vice? You know, it's not going to happen, but if for some reason all the protests happened, Leicester, Liverpool, and somehow the Villa, even though that's the first one, who would you want your Vice to be, you know? So that's why I've gone Iheanacho, because I don't mind just the Newcastle fixture. Because, like, Salah plays Man United. I've got Target, who plays Man United. And then, obviously, Jota and Trent as well. So I've gone Vice Iheanacho as well, just to cover, just in case all the Man United games get cancelled. It's not going to happen, but just in case, innit? If you don't trust United, who would you captain? I reckon Salah's the best, then Iheanacho, then maybe even Calvert-Lewin's up there. I would probably go Salah is my next captain. If you don't have him, Iheanacho. If you don't have him, what are you doing? Best striker in the world. Would you do a -8 to get Pickford instead of Leno? So you're getting in. Well, Leno's a weird one because he could start both games. He could keep a clean sheet against West Brom, and then Chelsea, they might rest some players, but now probably lose that. But he might not play. And then Pickford has West Ham, Villa, and Sheffield United, and then Leno will be blanking. Thing is, if you are transferring out a goalkeeper next week, then a minus this week is basically the same and potentially get you more. So I would go for it. Imagine, yeah, but it sounds weird taking a -8 for Pickford, doesn't it? But if you look at it in isolation, you get an extra fixture after, and it's against Sheffield United. Go on, why not? Zaha captain, says Dad, FPL Swan. Zaha captain. All right. Vardy captain. Well, Vardy vice. I like that, FPL Pony. If you're captain someone like Zaha, if it works out, damn son. The only thing I'm concerned about with Zaha, he might be a bit of a Zaha. He's got a bit of an injury in it. Not a bit of an injury, but did he limp off or no? He didn't limp off. He just had a bit of a tight groin, you know. He needs somebody to massage his groin. I'm sure he's got enough money to pay somebody for that, unless he can just get it himself without paying, you know. But yeah, he's a good shout. Have to sip of the water because there's a bit of a scream simulator over here, innit? We're only going for 25 minutes. We still got an hour. Right, let's get into some questions. Will Aguero play game week 36? So, Man City. I've got this game. The last game Man City have is 1 week exactly. No, it's probably 6 days, isn't it? 1 week before the Champions League final. Surely they give 38 to Aguero, but they could give 36 as well. Thing is, Chelsea, if Man City beat Chelsea, Man City officially win the league this season, right? I believe so. I might be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. So I don't think they risk Aguero there. And then you could play against Newcastle. Aguero, you know, I really want to get Aguero in for the end, you know. Maybe, actually, who does Kane play in 38? Kane plays Leicester. You know what? If you got Kane in, Leicester last game week, swap into an Aguero! That could be a shout. That's a shout. It could be a shout, boys. It could be a shout. Right, get more questions in. Kane or Lingard, whom to start? I would start Kane, right? You've got to start Kane there. Thing is, I would be tempted to bench Lingard myself here for Smith Rowe. But then I remember Lingard might be on penalties. I know it's only 1 game, but Smith Rowe probably won't get 2. If you got a double game week player, start them. Unless it's someone that might not actually start, you know, like a Smith Rowe. Then you're all good. So Tour, Smith Rowe, Kane, Rudiger, Konsa. So definitely, I would go, tough one, because Rudiger might not play both. But even in one, he's got more points potential than some others. Konsa's guaranteed to play. And then Kane. I would probably go Kane and... I don't know. I would probably go Kane and Rudiger. But Konsa's close. Because he's going to play both. But it's Man United and Everton, not the best, you know. I think even if Rudiger only plays Arsenal, he could get a clean sheet, you know. Easy 6-pointer, maybe even more. I have Benteke, Eze, and Zaha captain. Absolute madman you are, that. Fair play. Do you know Bambino Becky? Not personally, but I do know who she is. And she is from the Wales, so there you go. Castagna or Aaron Wan-Bissaka? I would go Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, because they both blank next week anyway. Castagna, apparently Pereira is starting again tonight. Don't know if it's actually a thing or a coincidence, but Castagna's always better on the right rather than the left. He's probably going to be back on the left this tonight, which is against the good game against Newcastle. And then Wan-Bissaka has potentially another game. So why not? Even if he gets subbed on for like 10 minutes, as an extra 1 point, guaranteed 1 more point. Oh, perfect, get him in. But again, only 3 subs, you know. Can't sub off an entire team. So, I'm triple captain in Zaha this week. Oh, yes, lad. Fair play to you. Fair play. Why do you opt for Harry Maguire over Lucanthal Shaw? I go for Harry Maguire because I think he's more guaranteed to play. Not just he can play, but with Shaw, a little bit of an injury record, you know. They might try and play him for the Villa and then not risk him, you know. Maguire's the club captain. I feel like their defense is pretty bad anyway, but without Maguire, it's even worse. Luke Shaw has Tellez breathing down his neck, you know. There is a Tellez. Tellez is one of the best left backs in the world. He hasn't been it for Man United, but he still is, right? So I think they can afford to not play Luke Shaw. Don't know if they can afford to play Maguire. They probably won't play him all three. But there's a chance. There's an extra bit of chance. So why not go for it? Also, I think that Man United are going to be really defensive in these 3 games to try and conserve some energy. So I don't think a Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka actually be that attacking. I'm not Ollie, so that's not guaranteed. But I think Maguire is just as good and just as nailed. Plus, I want him for after. If Man United have top 4 secured, why not chuck in Tellez a couple more games if they got Europa League final? I think Maguire will still start the Fulham and Wolves they have after as well. Thinking more longer term. Fulham, Wolves, Maguire will still play there. Shaw might not. We'll have to see in it. Zaha or Greenwood? I would go. It's tough, isn't it? Because Zaha got better fixtures. Thing is, with that injury that Zaha's got, is it his groin or his hamstring or something? Somebody said, with those type of injuries, he could be fine, and then in the first game, he has one shot, and then his leg falls off, you know? So, it's a bit of a risky one. But Zaha has a fixture next week as well. But it's not that good, is it? It's against Villa, innit? Yeah. If you've already got, like, a Bruno or Rashford, then I would maybe go Zaha. But Greenwood could potentially be the highest point scorer out of anyone. Zaha's a really good shout this week, though. He is. Because he's got Sheffield United. That's not the fixture for this week, son. He's got Sheffield United and Southampton. Southampton, their defence is, you know, they've still kept a decent amount of clean sheets this season. And they stopped Leicester from scoring a lot last game, didn't they? It was 1-1 in the end. Who got the goal? I can't remember. Someone. Anyway, Rudiger to Maguire worth a -4. Ooh. So, Rudiger's probably only going to start 1. Maguire's going to start at least 2, you would say. Worth a -4? I would risk it myself, but I can understand why you wouldn't. I would do it. This is a triple game week, lads. This isn't going to happen ever again. What if Maguire scores a bullet header in 2 games here, and he gets 30-odd points? It could happen. You never know. Why is Phil Jones on the video cover? Phil Jones is the thumbnail because he's the best player in the world. Mate, Phil Jones, he's such a good defender for Man United, right? He's guaranteed not going to concede in this triple game week. Is that because he's not going to play? It doesn't matter. He's not going to concede. All the clean sheets incoming, innit? Also, is he actually in the game? Let's go to Man United. He's not even in the game. Oh, terrible, boys. Why is Phil Jones not in the game? You know what? I bet you someone is going to captain someone like Twanzebe, or someone's going to triple captain Fred, and they're going to go and score goals, actually. Or maybe Shorty T-Ray in there. Dan James is injured. I'm going to say this. If he wasn't injured, I would 100% brought him in for like a Lingard for this week. I actually would. He would guaranteed would have played at least 1 or 2 games. I just would have. But unfortunately, that's not to obey. So that's sad news. That is sad news. Anyway, cap Phil Jones. Exactly. You've got to captain Phil Jones. Best player in the world. Evan scored. That's one. Cheers, lad. Hello. How's it going, lads? To play Jota or Shaw or Maguire? Choose one. Choose one of Shaw, Maguire or Jota. You've got to play them all. Why aren't you playing them all? But if you had to choose one, you could go Maguire probably. Probably. I think Maguire is more likely to start in both. I also think it's a possibility that we'll see something what happened in the Europa League where Shaw could start and come off at half time or 60 or before the 60th minute. So what if Man United keep 3 clean sheets? Shaw starts them all, but he doesn't actually get any clean sheets because they sub him off. Now surely they wouldn't use a sub every game for that, right? Maybe they will. Protect them, you know. Thing is, Man United have secured their place in the Europa League final. That it's not more important than the league position because they can definitely secure Champions League, obviously. But you're not going to risk all of them here. Shaw doesn't have to be risked. Maguire doesn't have to be, but in terms of the defence, it's a bit wobbly without him. Plus, Maguire's played every minute. Shaw doesn't. So there you go. McCarthy or Forster. So I don't know who's going to start. So wasn't there a quote saying he might give 2 games to one, 2 games to the other, but then now that went out the window or something. So I would just not go with either of them. If you got Forster and not a double game week keeper, maybe you got a Lloris. I would probably still start Forster, but I don't know. With McCarthy's performance against Leicester, he definitely deserves to start. McCarthy does, so I wouldn't bet on it if you have Forster. Maguire or Greenwood for cap? Ooh, I would go Greenwood just because goal is worth more. Greenwood goal is worth more than a clean sheet, right? Even if Greenwood only starts one, gets 2 big sub appearances, he could get all the goals. I would go Greenwood in that case. There, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Then again, if I'm saying that, why would I not get in Greenwood over Maguire? I think if you don't have a Man United defender, I think that should be a priority. But if you've already got a Bruno, then go for Maguire. Harry Maguire, like I did in it. Pot Noodle activated. Triple captain Pot Noodle this week. Ah, good shout, good shout. I have some more water. With getting Zaha in for Smith Rowe for an extra hit. Ooh. If you were planning on starting Smith Rowe anyway, then yeah. If it's for benching like a Lingard, maybe it's a bit debatable. Saying that, who can I afford? I've got 1.5 in the bank, but that does allow me Vardy to Kane. Not exactly, actually. I'm a bit out. But I will be needing a goalkeeper transfer. So I can get Mendy to like a Fabianski or anything because Mendy's got a blank. So that's my plan. But if I weren't to do that, and like you were saying, Smith Rowe, I can't afford Zaha. You know what? Eze. Just get Eze in. Nah. Eze. Oh, look at that. Oh, come on. Top 10 saddest anime betrayals this is. Minus 0.1. I like it. I like it. I like it. I wouldn't do that anyway. You know what? Do you know what? I've been tempted. So this is my team, right? I got 2 Man United players and 3 Liverpool. Lingard is the only player starting here without the double. I could start Smith Rowe, but I don't think he'll play both. He'll probably only play the Chelsea game, and I don't want that. Lingard, I could do Lingard to Greenwood. But it would be another hit this week and another hit next week. But it is a triple game week, lads. Triple game week. What if you go and score 200 odd points? 250 points. It's not I would say it's not a possibility. Yes, it is. It's definitely a possibility. It's not an impossibility. There you go. So, right, let's get some more questions in. How long we got? I want to do a timer, right? I'm going to properly revamp my entire channel over the summer, right? Actually, just remembered as well. This is supposed to be like this way, but there's a slight problem. I don't know if you can tell. What about this side? No, it's not. Shall I do like to the side? Oh, there you go. I look like a peacock. Take away the P is still accurate. Right, no, that way. Right, we're trying to do Flow Rider spin me right round, right? Alright, there you go. I got it on because I've been cyberbullied about my Lego Air, right? So that's why I got it on. So, yeah. So, I got 2 Man United players, 3 Liverpool, and that is that. Yeah, I'm going to revamp my... I'm having an ADHD moment right now. I don't even have ADHD, but it sounds like I do. I'm going to revamp my graphics and get an actual timer on the screen next time. But we got 55 minutes. Okay. But Winter Smith Rowe and Jota to Greenwood from -8. Interesting. I think, well, it depends on your team next week. Smith Rowe and Greenwood both blank next week. Jota doesn't, and he has a double, and Bowen doesn't. But he didn't start in the other game, and he might not start next game. So, close one. I would probably say no. Probably. I think Jota, saying that, Jota probably only start one game, right? What if he only starts Man United? But he will be playing against a tired Man United no matter what. Even if with rotation, they're going to have to bench some and they're going to have to play some of them in the other games. So even if there is a lot of rotation in the Man United games, surely they will still be tired. I think Jota could be a very good shout. Very good shout. Cavani captain. I like it. Right, okay. Would you start Bamford, Lingard, or Gordy? Ooh, all single game week players. Bamford, penalty kick taker, but against Spurs. Lingard, penalty kick taker, but against Everton. Or Gordy. Definitely not Cody. I would probably go... Ooh, it's tough between Bamford and Lingard. I would actually go Bamford. Just because a lot of people are going to be getting rid or not trusting Leeds. I honestly think, at home, they can beat Spurs. I don't think... I didn't see any tactics from Ryan Mason. It was pretty much Bale, have a shoot, lad, and then you do it. So, no, I'm not that bad. But BLC, no, he's good. I would probably start Bamford. But Lingard's close. Bench Son, Jota, or Kane. Definitely don't bench Jota, even though he might not start both. Thing is, Jota could be benched in one, come on for 10 minutes, and still score, and then start the other one and score, you know. So I would probably go Son just because Kane has penalties. But it's tough, isn't it? It's tough. Right, brother. Jota to Digne for the hit. Jota to Digne, Fred. Excuse me. Next week we have a wild card. Okay. I think Jota's good enough to keep. I don't think he's priority out. I would rather get rid of Lingard than Jota. Myself. So, I don't know about that. Tottenham TV says no, Spurs will win. Well, of course you're going to say that, but I'm a neutral, okay? So, there you go. Right, right, I can see some of your... I'm catching up on questions, so you're retyping your questions. Just, if I don't answer it, just keep them coming, and I'll eventually get to them, right? Rashford or Greenwood? I would go Rashford. But it's really close. If later on... yeah, I would go Rashford, because I think Greenwood, if you're going to keep them for Wolves, Fulham as well, then Rashford has more chance of starting them as well. I think Rashford's more important to them than Greenwood. So in these games, which are not must win, but, you know, they need to win, they could go on it, don't they? So bench one of Kane, Holding, or Rudiger. I would probably bench Holding. I won't be surprised if Holding gets benched against West Brom and then play against Chelsea, which isn't amazing. But also West Brom probably will beat Arsenal. It's not even a meme. Have you seen the state of Arsenal? Now, the defense is okay, but nah, I would probably bench Holding. I know it's a double game week player, but definitely not a clean sheet against Chelsea, right? 100% not. So it's pretty much a single game week player. I know West Brom's a good fixture, but nah, come on. Maddison to Greenwood for a hit. You know what? I would probably do that. Maddison, he's just not quite it, is he? Obviously he's a good player. I mean, like, FPL, I don't know if the two strikers actually helps him or not, but he's effectively not going into the box as much. And he's only taking long shots. And a player scoring from long shots is, like, really hard to predict, right? If he's actually going to score or do anything. Because he's just hitting up, innit? So I would probably do that. I would. Ward-Prowse or Eze for these 2 game weeks? Ooh, I would go... The thing is, Palace could beat Sheffield United and Southampton. And Eze could get nothing. Ward-Prowse has penalties right now, but does play Liverpool. It's close, isn't it? I would probably go Eze. But it's close. It's very close. It's very close. So now, what's the fixtures next week? Southampton have Fulham. Probably Ward-Prowse then. Probably. It's close. It's close. It's close. I like those good questions. One that make my brain tick a bit. You know? Captain Bruno or Salah for triple captain? For triple captain, I would go Bruno. And then just vice Salah. Actually, should I vice Salah or should I vice... No, I'm vicing Iheanacho because the Newcastle is going to be a big boy fixture. That is in just over 2 hours. Wait! Mate, if I've kept Vardy over Kane. If Vardy goes massive today, I'll be like, wait! And that'll be amazing. So there you go. How are we doing, Nathan lad? How's it going, FPL skills? I'm very good, thank you. How was everybody? I'm very excited. That's what I am. Very excited. Very nice. I turned into Borat now. Because triple game week, lads. Triple game week. It's not something that happens not something that happens every day, or every week, or every year, or every 10 years. Because it hasn't happened in that long. Absolutely scenes. I know it's not amazing triple game week in terms of how quickly the games are happening. Nah, they couldn't have done that. Shame they had the Europa League Thursday, because they probably could have moved them like Friday, Sunday, Thursday, and that would have been okay-ish. A bit better than Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. So, there you go. So, there you go. Zaha, I think he's a great shout. Start 2 of Havertz, Lingard, McTominay. You have McTominay. If people have McTominay. Ooh, tough. I would start Havertz, and you know what? I would actually start McTominay over Lingard. Yeah, I think McTominay will start at least 2. Oh, yeah, but is he going to play defensively? Ooh, it's tough. Definitely start Havertz. Lingard, McTominay, close. I would go McTominay, honestly. He's going to get at least 2 games. It's one more than Lingard. Could even get 3. You never know. Thanks, Bacon Boy Franson. Thank you for your patience, because I know some of you are not getting your answered questions straight away, innit? Zaha. I think Zaha's a good shout. Pot Noodle complete. Oh, FBL Boney. What's next, son? What's next on the agenda? Give us your full itinerary of the day, you know? Should I take DCL? Wait, should I take DCL replacing Wood? So you're taking Wood out to DCL for a hit. I would do that. I would. Hey! Chris would do that. because Calvert-Lewin not only has a double, West Ham, Villa, West Ham potentially without Rice, probably still without Rice, being a bit wobbly. Villa thing. Also, Everton. I don't know why. Right, so I always think it's a coincidence if a team does much better home or away. Like, I get the home with fans, but without fans, how is the home or away different? Especially if you're better away. How does that make sense? But Everton are. They've had like 10 wins away this season, but only like 4 at home. So, how? But both of the games are away. And then they also have Sheffield United and Wolves. So, very good, very good, very good. Maybe a curry pot noodle. Ah, mate, fair play. You're playing on like Pokemon cards. Got to eat them all. Fair play. Bring Zaha in or keep Lingard for free. So it would be Zaha in for a hit. Is he worth a hit? Lingard, player like Lingard or Son could quite easily score 12 points this game week, you know. They have a decent enough fixture for it. Especially Lingard's on pens. Is Zaha still on pens? Probably. So I would risk it for Zaha. It is a triple game week, you know. It's going to be memorable. Why not just go for it? I don't think you won't remember the hits you took, but you'll remember a triple game week, all right? Have a bit of fun. FPL is fun. I know overall rank. Yeah, okay. But still, amazing. Just go for it. All right. Captain Rashford, I think it's a good shout if you don't have Bruno. I can still see why you would Captain Rashford, even if you have Bruno. But I myself would go Bruno, just because he'll have penalties if they're both on the pitch. But then again, watch Man United get 2 penalties and Bruno got subbed off early and Rashford takes them both now. It's something like that's going to happen, isn't it? Just go for Henderson. Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, I'm a United fan, will play very defensive and at least get 2 clean sheets. I think you will as well. And I think Henderson is a good shout. But if De Gea didn't have such an amazing performance in the Europa, then I would say 100% Dean Henderson. But I think Henderson gets 2 games. Maybe even only 1. Honestly, De Gea has earned it. He is literally one of the best keepers in the world. Never mind the league. Never mind in their team. So why would you not start De Gea? I think it's a took -8 this week. YOLO, hey, mate. You won't remember that -8, but you'll remember your 200 points in this game week, right? That's why I'm really tempted to go Lingard to Greenwood. It will force another hit next week, so it would effectively be a -8. But Greenwood in a triple game week against a Lingard with 1. Tempting. Very, very tempting. Very, 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 very tempting. I know that Bruno is guaranteed starter, but he'll probably get rested for one of those games and Salah most likely start both. I do think so. But I think Bruno will play all 3. He won't start all 3, but I do think he'll play all 3. Just because they'll have to change formation. They don't have someone that can play that cam. Mata, nah, not anymore. More of a right winger they use him as now. Donny van der Beek, nah, he's just not it. He's a decent player, good passer, but he's just not quite a Bruno, not quite those through balls and stuff. So I think Bruno will play all 3. Not start all 3, but play all 3. I think so. 20 players playing this week. Yeah. In terms of fixtures, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A lot. I have like 20. Yeah, I have like 20 odd as well. I think it worked out earlier. 23. I can't be bothered to count. But that was with Smith Rowe. I don't know. Holgate or Keane. Right. I want to look at this because Everton defence was something I was considering. Still not a bad option to consider, especially if you've already got your Man United and Liverpool players. But if we go to Everton, you see my mouse is just chilling, but I'm actually on... Whoa, change to Everton. They have Keane. Well, I'll just go through the potential centre-backs, all right? Because you said Holgate or Keane, right? Keane, Godfrey, Holgate, Mina. And I guess that's it, actually, isn't it? But that's 4. 4 options. Keane has played pretty much every minute of the season until the last 2. Was there a bit of an injury there? Might have been. Godfrey has actually played almost every minute of the season, apart from 1 there, 1 there, 1 up there. But then Holgate has also been playing a lot recently. Look at this. They could even play 3 at the back and play 3 now. And then they also have Mina, who hasn't actually been playing as much lately. He was more at the start of the season. So out of those, or even Coleman or Digne, I think the best defender in Everton is Digne. The best centre-back to go for, in my humble opinion, is actually... no, I don't know. I think I would rather go Keane or Godfrey over Holgate. Holgate actually played really bad against Villa. And I don't think he'll start thing. But the problem is, people could say Keane's definitely going to start both. If he has a disaster class in the first game, he's not going to play the next game of the double, you know. So it might make more sense. It might look like he's going to play both. But I don't know. Who's this John Geese? Kyle John, he's going to start instead, right? There you go. So I reckon you should go. I honestly rate Godfrey more. I think Godfrey's more important to how they play. Keane's good shout for the corner threat as well, though. So maybe Keane. Yeah, I'll go Keane definitely over Holgate. I think Holgate is down in the dirt. Not a best shout, but he is a bit cheaper in this. So there you go. Get him to 12.5k away. Yeah, I'm close to 12,500 subscribers actually, aren't I? How far away am I? Actually, you know what? Obviously, I appreciate the subs, but I don't obsess with the number. So thank you all. If you do enjoy, and like and subscribe, smash my bell. But it's not that I don't care. I'm not going to be like, please get me to 12,500. My life is not complete. But also, I appreciate it, so thank you. Anyway, let's get back to FPL, shall we? Probably. Greenwood or Rashford? I would rather go for Rashford. But Greenwood's close. I think Rashford. Problem is, Rashford with a little bit of an injury thing he's got. I don't know. I think Rashford. Problem is, Greenwood will probably either start striker or thing. I think Cavani will start 2 games and Greenwood will start striker as that one. I think Rashford will start 2 games and Pogba will start 2 games. And that will give Greenwood 1 game on the right. And that will give Rashford a game on the right and a game on the left. So I think Rashford probably has more chance of starting and playing more minutes than Greenwood. Maybe as a striker as well. Thing is, Greenwood, I actually prefer Greenwood as a right winger rather than a striker, even though that is his thing. But you never know. Clip it. What are you saying in the clip? I don't know. Thing is, when he's streaming, some people are like, they put cry laugh emoji, and I'm like, I don't even remember what I said like 10 seconds ago. Did I do an oopsie or what? Salah captain for me. Right, let me get back to some questions. I've deployed my bench boost for game week 35, and my team is stacked. But last double game week, it was stacked too, and my team did really crap. Yeah, double game weeks can be disappointing sometimes. You never know. Man United can lose all of these games 1-2-0. And then, while saying that, it's kind of a good thing, potentially, that Man United have Villa. I got a Villa player. Then they have Leicester. I have 2 Leicester players. And then they have Liverpool. I have 3 Liverpool players. So it's basically all my players against the Man United players, isn't it? Oh dear. I just realised that. But it could work. It could be bad. But just imagine if we all see 200-point scorers. Honestly, it could happen. If Bruno, for instance, starts 2, gets a goal and assist maybe in both 1, and then he comes on in the other one and gets another goal or assist, penalty or something, then imagine the points. Imagine. And then you got the Trent in there for the clean sheets. You got an Iheanacho. Iheanacho could score a hat-trick against Newcastle. Not score anything against Man United, and then Maguire things. But he's still got like 20 odd points because he hat-trick. So, amazing, right? Amazing. All right, let's get back to the questions. You know what? 40 minutes to the deadline. I'm going to get an MLG. Everybody wake up! You got 40 minutes to the deadline. So you wake up and make sure your team's all set. Make sure your team is all set. All right. So that is all. Sorry, Bacon Lad. Gotta go. See you in a watch long stream. Cheers, Ball KSI. I will learn your name eventually, but cheers for being here, Modios. Mitchell will be a good option. I bought him in this game week. If Mitchell did play both, yes. Not sure if he will. I think he's a better defensive option than Van Aanholt. So I don't think he'll actually start against Sheffield United, and he'll probably start against Southampton. That's how I see it. What I think Van Aanholt, he might be leaving Palace. Why not advertise him a bit more, keep his value up, you know? So I think Mitchell will probably start 1. Chance he could play 2, but I don't know. Play Holding. Is that a question? Are you enforcing me? I must choose Holding. No, okay. Maguire or Shaw? I prefer Harry Maguire. Shaw's close. Shaw has the potential. Shaw could play 1 less game and get a lot more points because of the attacking. But I myself don't think that Man United are going to attack that much. They're going to play proper Mourinho ball counter-attack FC, aren't they? So I think Shaw, Wan-Bissaka are going to stay back and not go quite forward, you know. Are you sure? I'm not sure. Is Luke sure? Luke is sure. But I prefer a Harry Maguire, okay? I prefer a Harry Maguire. A lot of people are asking Shaw Maguire. I would actually go Wan-Bissaka over Shaw. Because they have Tellez. Brandon Williams is not it. He's just not. So I think Luke Shaw has... If Man United are winning like 2-0, I can see Shaw being taken off at half time, you know. The early subs for Shaw, I reckon. So there you go. Because Shaw is one of the most important players, but one of the most injury-prone players. He hasn't actually been that much this season, but he just has, you know. He just has. Start 2 from Smith Rowe, Holding, Suval and Lingardinho. Ooh. So Suval and Lingardinho, Everton. I don't think Suval. I would go Lingard and Holding. I think Smith Rowe will only play 1 or 2. I think Holding will only play 1 or 2. But I think Holding with a West Brom is better than a Suval. Or is it? I don't know, mind. Definitely Lingard. If you got Lingard anyway, then I might as well go for Holding. And have one of each in it. One Arsenal, one West Ham. Would he keep Kane and take a hit to fund Son, De Bruyne, or go Kane to Benteke, Adams, Watkins to fund it? I myself did Kane to Calvert-Lewin to fund Salah. So I think Kane is sellable this week. Only if you've got a plan to get him back in, though. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, basically. If I done it, then yeah. Is Zaha playing? Not right now, unless the game's kicked off early. But I think he will play. Probably both. Maybe. We'll see. What did you study at university? I studied computer science, and I have a degree in computer science. Ooh, there you go. So yeah. Mr. Biggie. All right. The questions coming in, boys. Get them in. Oh, yeah. You can see the scroll. Can you? There you go. All right. Yeah. Keep asking me questions. I'll eventually get to them. All right. There's quite a lot of questions in it. So, is that half fit? Physically or attractiveness-wise? That's for you to decide. Right. Okay. Greenwood and Digne or Rashford and Dallas? I would go Greenwood and Digne. Even though Dallas is out of position and he has a fixture next week, Digne has double and then Sheffield United. I think Digne over Dallas and Greenwood Rashford is probably on par. Thing is, someone like Diallo or Dan James, if he was fit, could have played one game for Man United and somehow scored more than Greenwood and Rashford. So, you don't know. Play Forster or Lloris. I would still start Forster. Because I don't think he'll play the Liverpool game. But then he might play the Palace game. And Palace is better than Leeds, right? So, yeah, I would probably go Forster. And if he does start both, you got him in. So, hey, is it worth to go bench boost with Kane, Son, and Lingard on bench? If you have bench boost, there's no other better time to use it. Might as well use it. You might as well. Who the captain out of Greenwood, Salah, Iheanacho? Ooh, I would go Greenwood, then Salah, Iheanacho in priority. I would go Greenwood myself. Because I'm a bit of a geezer, aren't I? Bit of a geezer boy. I was going to say geezer. Yeah. And then, Man United, even if they only play 2, they could play the 3rd, you know. Get some minutes on. Thing is, with Rashford, with his potential injury, with Cavani's not going to play all 3. If he's not going to play all 3, he might get subbed off on one. Does that mean Greenwood has potentially more chance of minutes, you know? Or maybe Rashford as well. Greenwood's in a good position, actually, because Martial injured, Dan James injured, watch him come back for 2 games now, and Rashford got this tiny bit of an injury, which could happen again, and Cavani not going to play them all, innit? So, there you go. I love you more. There you go. But Dyer is only for Europa and Henderson for Premier League. I do agree, it has been the case, but with this many games, I don't think that'll stay. Maguire's played every single minute of the Premier League this season. He could miss out on 2 games here, you never know. So I think De Gea will start 1, but Henderson, he's not a bad shout, Henderson, because he probably could get 1 or 2 clean sheets anyway. But I do think De Gea, I myself, I'm not Ollie, I don't pick the team. I know I've got a wig on, but I do look a bit different. I'm not Ollie, right? So that's how I think it's going to go, right? We're taking minus for switching Zuma with Fofana. Ooh, thing is, no, I don't know. Because Fofana has better double, but has been subbed off early in like 2 games now or something like that, hasn't he? So, there. And then Zuma, with Chelsea having played just Champions League just gone, I think Zuma will start the first game, but then that's against Man City, and he might not play against Arsenal. So, it's a bit of a... I don't know. I think Fofana will start the Newcastle, and that's almost guaranteed clean sheet. but then they are blank next week. I would honestly go Zuma to like someone else that has a double and then a thing. Like even Zuma to Maguire or Zuma to like Keane and have a game next week. If you're gonna take hits, remember there's not just this week to look at. You know, you got next week, which is a blank game week. Actually, look at this. There is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games going on. Whoa, that's terrible business. So it does mean 4 teams are blanking, which include Leicester, Chelsea, Man United, and who's the other one? Arsenal. That's it. Nobody cares about Arsenal, do they? Apart from this guy who says start Saka or Lingardinho. I would probably still start Saka. If you have the chance of a W player, then you got to go for it, right? Like, he's not going to have a double. When else would you play him? It's not the best of doubles, but West Brom, yeah. I think okay. I think that's okay. And then go for that. Just go for it. Lingardinho problem is, people are going to bench him. A lot of people sold him this week because he blanked the last 2 games, but it was Chelsea, and then he just wasn't involved much in the last game. I don't think it was more to him. It was the more fact that West Ham had like 7 attackers on the pitch, so there you go. I wish everyone over here a happy 100 points this week. Well, hey, boys, we're all going to get not 100 points, 200 points this week, all right? And for that, I'm going to get an MLG. Hey, welcome to the triple game week. 100 pointer is going to be confirmed, boys. 100 pointer. I can't wait. We got half an hour till the deadline. Well, hey, Zaha for Mason Mount. Ooh, tough one. How many games will Mason Mount play out of the 2? Will Zaha's injury come back up? Mason Mount does blank next week anyway, and he might miss out the Arsenal or the Man City. And it's Man City anyway. I would probably go Zaha to Mount. Yeah, I would probably do that. That's a good one. Castagna or Robertson in free hit team. Already have Trent. If you already got Trent, you can see why you'd want to go Castagna. I think that's a good shout. Because Southampton, Man United isn't the easiest for clean sheets. Especially if Kabak is apparently injured for Liverpool. Fabinho might have to slot him at centre-back again, which is okay, but it just, their midfield, they lose, they're having more, they concede more chances and stuff. So yeah, I would probably go Castagna, because he could get like a 12-point against Newcastle and concede all the goals to Man United. It's basically Newcastle versus Southampton then, isn't it? I mean, I would rather back a clean sheet against Newcastle. They don't have anything to fight for anymore, plus kind of crap, eh? So yeah, there you go. Castagna is. Vardy or Watkins as a third forward. This week, okay, they both have a double. Watkins, much better form. Worse fixtures. Vardy hasn't got the form in terms of points and goals, but he's got the form in terms of numbers. Is that a thing? Could be. But I think Vardy, as a penalty kick taker, I would prefer Vardy. Vardy could not be involved and still score 2 goals from penalties, you know. Actually, do you know what's funny? How many goals has he scored? He scored 13 goals in the league this year, but I'm pretty sure he's only scored like 7 non-penalty goals. Most of his goals have been penalties. But what if he does get a penalty? You know what? Leicester are overdue for a penalty. It's guaranteed to happen, right? There you go. Vardy or Salah cap? I would still go Salah captain. I would prefer to go Iheanacho captain over Vardy. Vardy's good enough as a differential anyway. Don't think you need to captain it. I know people say you want a captain play with most points, but you've got to play the percentage game sometimes with ownership and that. That's why Bruno is the one. But Salah I would go there. So there you go. Should I remove Son or Maddison for Bruno Salah or not worth a -4? If you're going to captain that Bruno or Salah, then yeah, I would. Especially Maddison. I know he's got a double in Newcastle, but he's just not been on. Leicester could win 5-0, and the only thing Maddison has got some Fortnite points, no FPL points. He's just at home, just chilling because he's not returning anything, is he? So yeah, I would probably do that. Son, I got rid of Son to get Salah, just because an extra fixture this week and a better fixture next week. Especially, I think next week as well. Next week captain is going to be a thing. Man City, Newcastle, but will players like De Bruyne, Aguero be rested? Or De Bruyne, Gundogan, Mahrez be rested? Hard to guess there. And then apart from that, you've got Spurs, Wolves, yeah, maybe a Kane. But then Liverpool, West Brom. I think a Salah captain next week is the call, you know. So if that's the case, Salah is definitely worth bringing in this week. I reckon so. Nice haircut, Bacon Boy. Cheers, lad. Charged 10 quid for this. I was getting cyberbullied about my Lego hair, and I thought, you know what, let's grow it out, let's dye it for the stream, turn into a bit of a peacock. I'm usually just a bit of a cock, not the peacock, so why not be a peacock? Hey. So there you go. You know what? Do you know what the worst part is? It's supposed to be worn this way. Slight problem. Can he see me? Actually, that's probably a good thing, isn't it? Fair play. Right, how long till the deadline, boys? We got 27 minutes, 26 minutes. Oh, sorry, boys. My hair extensions are getting in the way now. Kind of covering up half a frame, innit? If I just go, hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. And today, Nathan Hare here. Right. You know what, boys? I am hungry. I'm going to order a Chinese tonight, and I'm going to love it when Vardy and Iheanacho scores all the goals, right? Azpilicueta, Gabriel, Soufal, Cody, start 2. Ooh, I think Azpilicueta has a good chance of starting 2. Gabriel, for Arsenal, I would probably go Azpilicueta and... Ooh, it's hard to say, isn't it? It's hard to say. I would go the doubles. I would go for the double. Soufal has been in very good assistant form, though. So definitely Azpilicueta, either Gabriel or Soufal. Wolves defence. Nah, mate. Got more holes than a 12-year-old teenage boy raging at FIFA on his wall, alright? All the holes wide open. So there you go. Holden or Rudiger? I would start Rudiger. I would go Rudiger. I think both of them might only play when they play against each other, the Chelsea-Arsenal. And I think Chelsea have a much better chance to keep clean sheets there, don't they? So there you go. Start Lingard or Zuma? Ooh. I think Zuma might play the Man City and not the other one. Plus this Lingard penalties. I would probably go Lingard over Zuma just because there is a possibility that Zuma might only come on to give someone else a rest and not start one. But Lingard guaranteed plus probably penalties. So there you go. Start Ben White or Dallas. So that is a Wolves against the Wolves or against Spurs. I would actually go... Ooh... White is probably an almost guaranteed clean sheet. Wolves are not actually that good at attack. But Dallas is out of position. I would actually probably go Ben White. Because Dallas against Spurs, not many people are going to be back in Leeds anyway. So I think Ben White, he's not going to get attacking returns. But Brighton defence, good. Do you watch IPL? That is the cricket or something? No, I don't. I think it's cricket. No, I don't. Pretty much. The only sports I like is football, Six Nations rugby, don't really care about club and all the rest, and basically fake fan, and that's about all. No, I like sports. I like all golf and tiny darts, but I don't actually watch it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to watch every single sport, just the football. I mean, look at the football schedule. We've got 8 o'clock, 12:30, 3, 5:30, 8. That's all Saturday gone. Oh, that's all your Sunday gone. Oh, that's your Monday evening gone. Oh, and your Tuesday gone. And your Wednesday gone. Oh, by the way, and your Thursday gone. Ta-ra to the next week. It's literally a week of football. Oh, wait, actually, guess what? Thursday, the next game week starts Friday. Hey! Oh, crumbs. Oh, dear. At least it's an afternoon kickoff, and that's... less than 24 hours. Oh, that's annoying. We won't have time to celebrate our triple game week. Like, wait, I got 200 points. Never mind. I got 20 points next week in the blank, and that is all. And like it. Anyway, we got 25 minutes. Get those teams sorted, boys. The average points would be over 60, bro. I reckon that, if Man United keep like 2 clean sheets, Bruno goes and scores a couple of goals, maybe even Salah against Southampton, the average could actually be close to like 70, 80, It's not like... a lot of teams doubling. A lot of people have doublers. The popular players. Let's actually have a look. Saying that, Kane and Son don't. But a good way to try and not guess the average is not really much point. But Martinez, double, highest owned goalkeeper. Out of these, Trent does, Shaw does, Wan-Bissaka does, Cresswell doesn't, Chilwell does. What the highest owned defenders, most of them, double. Bruno does, Salah does, Mount does, Gundogan does, Bamford doesn't, Calvert-Lewin does, Watkins does, and Iheanacho does. So all of the big boy players have double. The average is going to be sky high. Higher than Snoop Dogg after a nice chill weekend, isn't it? Fair play, fair play. Right, okay, let's get into more questions, shall we? Will Holgate start? I think he might start 1. Very much doubt he'll start 2 myself, just because He didn't look that good against Villa. They have defender options. Thing is, Holgate is probably the best on-the-ball defender they have, outside of maybe Godfrey and Digne. But he just wasn't amazing defensively, unless they switched to a 3 at the back. Didn't they actually play him a CDM at one game? Or more of a midfield pivot with Allen or something? No, he wasn't back, is he? I know, with Allen, that actually very much solidifies the Everton defence. But West Ham and Villa aren't the best for clean sheets, I don't think. Especially Everton. Nah. All Blacks, Wales, best team in the world, right? We just won the Six Nations, best team. Wait, did we? Yeah, we did. I almost forgot then. Are you going to be doing watch-alongs for the Man United games? Maybe not all of them, but maybe all of them. Definitely, I will be doing some watch-alongs. Can't guarantee how many I will be doing, because I might be a busy boy. Never know. Probably. Get on it, innit? Sometimes I forget how to talk, and I just shout out words. Who is more nailed, Nat Phillips or Kabak? Apparently, have they updated on FPL? I heard that Kabak got an injury in training. They haven't updated the FPL website, so I don't know if that source was real. And they also said, because not because of the injury, but they also said Kabak isn't actually in Liverpool's future plans. It was a loan, but they didn't actually decide to they're not going to buy him. So there you go. Bigger boy, when is our chess boxing match with Ty? Brad, I will spark the geezer out. Nah, actually, Ty. If Ty puts his headphones on and he gets, like, Mike Tyson to tell him when to punch me, then he might actually do it. But, nah, come on, Ty. I'll actually 1v1 you. Cheeky scrap, innit? Hi, bro. Should I keep Concert as you keep Target? I think you should. I think a Villa defender this game week is a good shout. Because if Man United do play defensively / not attack the Villa because they're cautious about the Leicester Liverpool, could be a Villa clean sheet. And then Everton, on their day, Everton are a bit wobbled, aren't they? Not very good at the attack. I know Calvert-Lewin, we're all getting him in, but still. On their day, it could be a 3-0 Everton. It could be absolutely no shots for Everton. So I think an Aston Villa defender is good to have, especially with how popular Martinez is. If they do keep a clean sheet, maybe even 2, that's oh dear to them, isn't it? So, there you go. There you go. Thoughts on Benteke? Honestly, if you're wildcarding, wink, wink, Brad, he's a good shout. I would probably go Zaha over Benteke, but both / one or the other is very good. That's very good, very good. Could do well this week. Start Holding or Holgate? Ooh, I would probably still start. Ooh, I don't know. Holding or Holgate? I think I don't know. That's hard. That is hard. That is a sticky situation you got in there, boy. I would go for Holgate just because with Allen, maybe they'll trust him in defence. They could keep the clean sheet. Holding. I don't know. Choose one. You choose. I don't have to choose for you. No, honestly, I don't know. Start Holding, Dallas, or Cody. So out of that, I would probably go Dallas. Dallas is Holding and Cody, they're never going to get goals. I mean, they probably will get some things eventually. But Dallas literally got 7 goals this season. So go for him. Like, Leeds could lose 5-1. And Dallas still outscores all the other defenders. So there you go, innit? We've got 20 minutes to the deadline, boys. What are your plans for next week? Oh, wouldn't you like to know, funny boy? I don't really have any, to be fair. But I might. Who will be a cheeky punt for this week that no one has? My cheeky punt is no one. None of my players are cheeky, really. I guess Maguire could be a bit cheeky. You can't scroll over to see ownership. The lowest owned player I have probably is Maguire, isn't it? 7%. He's going to be effective ownership over probably 15. What's target? The target's 13. What's Vardy's ownership? 23. If I was on a free hit or something, or a wild card, and I wanted an extra cheeky boy punt, I would go for who's a proper cheeky boy? Cheeky. Richarlison. That's a good shout. Love from Jamaica, bro. Cheers, lad. Appreciate you all. I'm like Mr. Worldwide up in here. We're all over the place. I don't know. My cheeky punt. Someone like Coleman. Coleman could be it. I reckon he could be up there. Richarlison as well, maybe. Richarlison, I just don't like him. He's a bit of a pigeon boy, isn't he? I know he does a celebration, but like he squared up to his own player in Sigurdsson because Sigurdsson was going to take the penalty. Who does that? Like he's a bit of a geezer, isn't he? Absolute geezer. Greenwood or Maguire captain? Which one do you fancy? I don't fancy any of them in that way, but it's okay if you do. But I would go for Greenwood. Greenwood. I think Greenwood cannot start and get more points than Maguire if he doesn't start. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Maguire will either start or not play. If Maguire's benched, he probably won't come on unless there's an injury to like Bayo, Lindelof or Tuanzebe. I wonder how they will actually do it. Like, I wonder if they will just go Maguire, Lindelof against in the Villa game and the Liverpool game, and then Leicester just chuck out Tuanzebe and Bailly and just see how it goes. Probably not, but I'm not sure how we will approach it. Can you imagine the scenes though? If they rest their players for Leicester, like rest them in Leicester for Liverpool, and then the Liverpool game gets postponed again, and you have a double game week, and it's effectively a single against just Villa. Oh, crumbs. At least we'll have a double for them next week. They won't blank. There you go. Who is the best goalkeeper for the triple game week if you have a free hit? Guaita for Palace is up there, honestly. I know he's been a bit wobble this season, but Sheffield United, yes. Southampton, if he keeps a clean sheet against Southampton, that could be some big boy points. Apart from that, Henderson, maybe a Man United, maybe a Pickford. Am I suggesting Pickford? What's wrong with you, Baker boy? I don't know. It's quite a hard one, isn't it? Mendy's still a good shout. I know it's Man City and Arsenal, but if he does keep a clean sheet against Man City, that's surely some save points. And then Arsenal, I reckon, is almost a guaranteed clean sheet. Did you see them? One shot on target when they needed to win in the Europa League semi-final at home. Are they really going to do anything against Chelsea who are in the Champions League final? I do not think so. Well, pigeon boy, isn't it? Richarlison. He is just a bit of a pigeon boy. I don't know, what other way could you mean it? I mean his celebration, so there you go. My cheeky triple captain punt, tattoo face lad. Edison? No, wait, who do you mean? Who's tattoo face lad? Who's got tattoos on their face? I don't know. Right, okay, we got 15 minutes, right? Wake up, everybody. Everybody. Wake up, we got 15 minutes to the deadline. So, get those teams sorted. Get those captains sorted. Get those vice captains sorted. And make sure you're all ready for this triple game week. Triple game week. I can't even believe it. Kabak injured. Where are you hearing this? You scrub? I know. I might be a scrub. Don't take my word for it. I saw it on Twitter. I saw people share it. So I don't have a source. Source, trust me, bro. No, I don't know if it's genuine, but I did see it on Twitter. Maybe just type in Kabak injured on Twitter and see if it comes up. I don't even know if it was a reliable source, so there you go. Captain Bruno versus Rashford. I think Bruno. I would go Bruno. I can see why people want to go Rashford or Greenwood. I don't think it's a bad decision at all. So it's still a very good decision. But I think Bruno is a slightly better decision. You feel me? Triple cap, Greenwood or Salah? I would still go Greenwood over Salah. There's a chance Greenwood plays in all. Not starts, but plays in all. And when Greenwood is on the pitch, he can definitely score. Salah, if Salah doesn't get anything against Southampton, all of a sudden you're like, oh dear. It's pretty much one game against Man United. Oh, crumbs. So, you know. Yo, Nathan, I just did Rashford and Mitchell in for Son and Cody. Nice. Don't have Bruno and Captain Salah. What do you think? If you don't have Bruno, I would probably go Captain Rashford then. Honestly, I would go Rashford over Salah. It's close, but I can see why you would go Salah. Penalty kick taker. But I myself would go Rashford. But yeah, Salah, he's going to probably be second most captained as well. Definitely a good shout. Good shout as well. Like with Mitchell and stuff, obviously I would start them if you have him. But what if he only does play one? I like it. Lingard or Pereira? I assume you mean Mateus Pereira. Do you mean if you're on about a transfer, none of them. But if you have to start one, West Brom against Arsenal, I would go Lingard. Or both have got penalties, don't they? I would go Lingard just because West Ham are more to fight for. West Brom could be like, yeah, it's about time we admit we're relegated now, innit? So, bye, and they might just not play in it. Innit? Bigger boy, how's it going, lad? Bigger boy, what's your thoughts on -8 for Zaha, Greenwood, and Coleman? Not a bad -8 at all. Definitely could pay off. Zaha and Coleman both play next week as well. Well, they have a fixture. Let's hope they can actually play. And then Greenwood, triple game week player. I think that's a very good for the -8, isn't it? Hi, Bacon Boy. How's it going? Ben, are you ready for the triple game week? Are we all ready for the triple game week? I am ready, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've already got the semi. I shouldn't have said that well. Like it. Do you think Phillips plays both games for Liverpool? I think, yeah, I think so. I think so. Because the Kabak thing, if it's true, even if it's not true, I think Phillips probably will start both. Because they just don't have any centre-backs today. So I think Phillips is okay unless an injury happens. So there you go. Just curious, what makes you think Mitchell might play? I have him on my bench. I think he'll play one. So I see Mitchell as the more defensive option for Palace over Van Aanholt, right? Sheffield United, if Palace go defensive against Sheffield United, Roy Hodgson deserves to be sacked, all right? So I think Van Aanholt plays this game, and then I think Mitchell might play Southampton game. So I think he'll play one, and one against Southampton, not amazing. But Mitchell on your bench is not going to punish you. Even if he scores, not many people have him. I know a lot of people might brought him in, but still, it's still going to be like 1% ownership or something like that, isn't it? Taking Dallas out this week and bringing him in next week. Honestly, moves like that are okay in this game week. If it's for like a Harry Maguire, we've got a triple. Probably going to be double. It's worth it. I got out Kane just to fund Salah. And I'm going to get Kane back in next week. I could have just got rid of Vardy. And then I'd have Kane next week and not force myself into a hit. But I'm giving myself an extra fixture this week. And that's pretty much it. I really didn't want to get rid of Vardy, but I really wanted Salah. So my best way to do it was to get rid of Kane instead of Vardy myself. So yeah, those kind of moves are all good. Jota or Son to start? I would start Jota. A double is a double, man. You got to do it. You got to do it. I know Son is guaranteed to play. Jota, he's not going to not start in both, right? Unless Southampton game goes really well for Liverpool. They're like, okay. But even if Jota comes off the bench, it's worth it. You got to go for your double players. You know, that's the whole fun. The fun part about FPL is the doubles and triples, apparently. But I would go for a double. Always go for the double. Unless it's someone that might not actually start either game, you know. So, Jota actually, hasn't he scored like 2 or 3 goals off the bench as well? He's only scored 8. So, there's one player you don't mind starting on the bench. It's actually Jota, man. I reckon he'll start against Southampton and not against Man United because he got named on the bench when they were going to play. Kane or Son on the bench? Bench Son over Kane. I know Son would be better, but Kane's a penalty kick taker. He could quite easily score. Son, it's going to be close. I say that. Son could outscore him, but I would rather bench Son myself because Kane takes the penalties and stuff, you know? But I don't think it'll be much in it. Captain 1, Zaha, Greenwood, Rashford, Iheanacho, Salah. I would captain Rashford. Greenwood, close. Iheanacho, close. Zaha, maybe close. Salah, even close. Rashford, no, I would go Rashford and then maybe vice-captain Salah or something like that. He's close, isn't it? I have Captain Zaha. Thoughts on that? I think it's good. As I just said, this guy I didn't prioritize. But Zaha, captain. The thing is, there's actually a lot of decent captain options. Vardy, Zaha, even someone like, I don't know, Calvert-Lewin could even be a decent captain shout, right? And you just never know, innit? Bale better than Son and Kane? I don't think last week was anything to go against. It's Sheffield United, you know. Sheffield United sell a lot of hopes in a lot of teams. But like, oh, this player was so good. Did you see him last week? No. Sheffield United are just absolutely crap. Okay. I don't think a move to Bale is the move right now. Do that next week. But even though I'm Welsh, I love a Bale. But no, I don't think it's not like he's not better than Son and Kane as an option, but no, basically. Captain Zaha, good. And my thoughts are good. There you go. Did you suggest Maddison? I suggest to get rid of Maddison, if anything. Now, if you don't have any Leicester players, and the only way in is a midfielder, then Maddison's still an okay option. But I don't think he'll get anything in these games. He could, but I don't think he will. And then he also blanks. So I wouldn't get him in. Unless you really, the only way you can get in a Leicester player thing. Because if you don't have it, Iheanacho is definitely good enough. Iheanacho is just so good. You got to have him in it. But we got 8 minutes to the deadline. Everybody wake up. 8 minutes to the deadline. We're going for over an hour. I appreciate you all being in here so far. And make sure your team's ready. Alonso or Reguilon? Ooh, I think Alonso, if he does start, he gets the Arsenal game. if it's a transfer, Reguilon. If you're choosing who to play, I would actually go Reguilon. I think Alonso has. I reckon Alonso will play the Arsenal game but not start it. I reckon Chilwell will start both, but he'll get an early sub to have a bit of a rest. But I think Alonso will play. You know. But then again, they have the. You know what? They have the cup final. I think Alonso might start Arsenal. Alonso. Captain Alonso? Are you mad? Who is this geezer? Captain Alonso? No. Just a big fat no. Thank you to that. Chris Wood versus Fulham. Does he play Fulham? Good for him. Fair play. Nathan, triple captain Cavani. Don't think it's a bad shout at all. Thing is, Cavani could only play one game and still outscore all of them as the striker. Not bad a shout at all, innit? So, triple captain Greenwood. I myself, you always want to maximise your opportunity, you know. Someone like a Cavani or Greenwood, they could quite easily outscore Bruno or Maguire. But the possibility of Maguire starting all three, the possibility of Bruno starting all three, I think is a little bit more of a priority, potentially. It might not work out, but I think it makes sense. But I still think Cavani and Greenwood's triple captains does still make sense over like a Salah or anything. If you've got your triple captain, you have to use it this week. So go for it. Go for it. Loving the stream. You're in Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for that, lad. Rashford or Greenwood on a free hit? Ooh. This is going to be the problem, right? If you're on a free hit and you're deciding between a Rashford and a Greenwood, you're deciding between a Mane and a Jota, a Trent and a Robertson, it's quite hard to say, innit? Greenwood, like I said, could play one last game and get more goals. But out of Rashford and Greenwood, I prefer Rashford just because he will take penalties if Bruno's not on the pitch. I think Bruno will get some sort of rest if that's not a starting or if that's a coming on later on or subbing off early. So I would go Rashford because I don't think Greenwood would take pens. He's probably quite good at pens, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would go Rashford. Greenwood close to an Eaton, yeah. If you need it for a money, if it allows you to get in a Jota over a Smith Rowe or something, then it's worth going to Greenwood on a free hit or something like that, you know. So it's close, but yeah, Rashford. Lingard or Bamford or Dunk to start. I would go either Lingard or Bamford. I would go Lingard just because they have more to play for. Leeds, they didn't look up for it last week. Was that because they were a bit tired? Was that because Brighton just outplayed them? Was that just because they got nothing to fight for? And they got some injuries. I think that Leeds are just chilling right now. Don't think they can get Europa League, can they? They're probably not mathematically out of it, are they? But very, very, very unlikely. So there you go. Right, boys, we got... how long we got? We got 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes to go. Make sure you're ready. Cavani, triple captain. Yes, I like it. Triple captain Greenwood. Go for it, boys. Go for it. I myself would prefer Bruno if you have him. Still not a bad shout, but very good to go for. Go for it. Is Soufal a good pick for the rest of the game weeks except this game week? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. Soufal, West Ham's fixtures. I might actually get in Fabianski next week because they got Brighton, West Brom, Southampton. They need the wins. They're in the race for top 4. They could even slip out of the Europa League spot, so there's no chance of them not going for a net. FPL Boney with a -8 this week. Whoa. How many hits have you all taken today? Or not today, for this game week. I myself have taken a -4. How many hits are you all saying? Would you do King to DCL from -4? Only if you're going to use that money for someone else. I did King to DCL to fund Salah. But if you're not going to do any other one, probably not, to be honest. Probably not. Great work, man. Love India. Love you too. Cheers, ma'am. Cheers, my man. Iheanacho or Salah captain? I would go Salah. Iheanacho's close. I'm vice captain Iheanacho. But I would probably still captain Salah if I didn't have Bruno. Yeah. Aubameyang, he could be... Aubameyang! Who? Could be a shout if you're on a free hit or anything. Probably not, if anything else, to be honest. Probably not. We got -8s, we got -8s, we got -8s, we got -4s. We got more -8s. Damn, son. Hit City in my house, everybody's taking a hit. You'll probably be on like a 10k green arrow if you haven't taken a hit. I might even get a green arrow after -4 with all these hits going on, innit? Is a -4 for Maguire for sure? Wait. -4 for Maguire for sure. Worth it. Do you mean to get in either Maguire or Shaw? If you're going to do Maguire to Shaw, no. Maguire and Shaw, probably. But remember next week, blank game week, Man United don't play in that, so be careful with that. So yeah, Iheanacho captain, Salah captain over Iheanacho, and we got 2 minutes, boys. I'm gonna do this. 2 minutes in the deadline for the first ever triple game week in Nathan Macon FC history, potentially forever. Because this only happens if there are some rescheduled games. They'll never on purposely schedule a triple game week. That's the reason it hasn't happened in like 10 years, over 10 years. So there you go. Right, we got 2 minutes to try and get some more questions. Dunk or Cody, I would probably go for dunk. Dunk your biscuits in, get all the points. Holding or Luke done? Holding. Yeah, just because he has a double, even though he might not play one. Possibility, you know. -0. Oh, but you got some big boy balls, right? Taking all the hits on you with a -0. Nice one. Bruno or Salah captain? I would go Bruno. We got almost about a minute left, boys. About a minute left on my side. I say that as if time's different here, but I mean, between a bit of a delay between me and you know. Kane, Rudiger out, DCL, Maguire in. Decent shout. Yeah, that would probably get you more points. And you get a fixture next week. Well, Kane out anyway. Yeah, why not? Lingard to Zaha. Good shout for a -4. It could work out. Could very well work out. Only if you like the fixtures after, though. What's your plan after, you know? So, only if you like it after, but good shout for this week. Would you do a -8 transfer, Zaha out and Lingard? Zaha to Lingard. You're in that a lot, apparently. I would, if your team's alright for you're not going to do a transfer next week, then why not? -4 Greenwood for Mount. I probably wouldn't do that. Mount could play both. But then again, he doesn't have a fixture, but Greenwood doesn't either. So, I don't know if I do that. Is Coleman nailed? He will be until he's not. So, it's hard to say. He could play terrible the first game, and then he's not. He's not going to play the next one. So, I don't know. Boys, the deadline's almost over. The question's in. You're not going to have time to do your team, basically, are you? So, but I'll keep that option. Shaw or Maguire? I would go for a Harry Maguire! But Luke Shaw, close. Luke Shaw could get a 12-pointer, and Maguire only gets nothing. So, there you go. But that is it. The deadline is over. The deadline for the triple game week is over. Oh, we got 69 viewers in here. 69 viewers as the deadline approaches. That made in heaven, boys. Absolute scenes. Boys, bach. Thank you all for joining me for this triple game week deadline Q&A. I hope I tried to answer a lot of your questions. I did an hour and a half this thing. My throat feels like I've been sucking on a cactus, but that is all good. So, what's your plan for next game week? I wish I could show you. I know you could do a live FPL, but my plan for next game week is I'll probably do a hit, get Mendy and Vardy out for Kane, and I'll play in goalkeeper, probably Fabianski or Meslier. So, that is all for today, folks, because I am hungry and I need a wee-wee. I've been deep-throating this water, apparently, and that is all. But I'm excited for this game week, and I hope it all goes very well for you, boys. I think it will go well. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for getting any questions. Thank you all for interacting. Thank you all for smashing my bell. But there's one thing you got to remember.
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.